What's up, guys? We got in our 4.6 update today. We finally get a chance to play the ever so delayed map of Sundan. This is in the North African desert that will look very similar to us, as is the same map used in the Behind Enemy Lines mission for the single-player war story campaign of Under No Flag. Of course, we got a chance to already kind of try it out in the smaller game modes, but we really didn't get a chance to try out the classic stuff from the campaign, like the air base or the different radar towers. It does bring us back to more a classic all-out war battlefield-like style, so it's not just infantry gameplay, but with tanks and airplanes as well, so it's all pretty good stuff in my opinion. When you jump into this map on multiplayer, especially on Conquest, you feel the vastness of this map, and although it still isn't quite as big as the other desert map, Hamada, it definitely feels like it competes. So yeah, be sure to use transportation vehicles as much as you can, because it will definitely help you get around point A and point B much quicker. When it comes to playing on Breakthrough, there's some pretty epic battles right at the very start where the attackers and defenders are battling over the bridge. There's just a lot of open space around the bridge, so it makes it an all-out free-for-all for players to utilize fortifications, field guns, and some aesthetically pleasing flanking routes to give yourself the extra advantage at the very beginning. The hope is that this will become a far more superior map gameplay-wise than the grind fest that Hamada has delivered for us since the launch of Battlefield 5. And even though I've only played a few games so far, I do get the feeling that this is not all too bad of a map right now, and it is pretty refreshing to get back into something that's more Battlefield-like, with all these vehicles and infantry battling each other out on a pretty big map. Right now, you can play both Conquest and Breakthrough for this new map in its own dedicated playlist that will be around for a week till Sundan makes it into the rotation of each of those playlists. With that said, though, there was more stuff that was dropped in this update, more around bringing better quality to Battlefield with bug and performance issues. However, we were told that when October rolls around, we'll be back on Tides of War, grinding out more guns like the Trench Carbine and the Madsen MG. So if you're looking for more weapons and when that's going to show up, well, you don't have to wait too long to be right around the corner. But when it comes to performance improvements, we finally have the fix for the extremely high ping that was showing up for everyone. So the ping should be back to normal. DICE has also continued their effort to bring medium machine guns more into balance. In this update, they said when bipod is deployed, the free aiming angle is now lower to 70 degrees. Looking around will update this angle over time, which will result in a slowdown when looking around too quickly while bipoded. They also have reduced the horizontal free aiming angle when prone to 40 degrees. This means the slowdown when turning too much will now kick in earlier. DICE noted that this was the additional balancing improvements they made mention way back in our 4.4 update, so it looks like for now at least that this will be all we'll be seeing when it comes to the nerf for the MMGs, so it'll be interesting to see if this will be enough to put the medium machine guns back on an even playing field. Other notable gameplay changes DICE has done has been to buff all sidearms, with exception of course to the revolver. They have increased the damage to them in their longer range use situations in hopes to make them more attractive than being used primarily for close quarter combat. Of course, DICE had to still nerf the revolver after buffing the rest of the sidearms, so they have reduced its 3-hit kill range from 30 to 22 meters, so maybe it might be time to finally ditch the revolver and start playing with other sidearms. Switching away from the gunplaying changes, DICE has added some pretty interesting features to the awareness of assistance needed by your teammates. So DICE has done such things as now having nearby friendly medic players show up on the minimap with a blinking health icon when you're requesting health. Nearby friendly crates and health stations will blink on your mini-map, as well as they will become stuck on the edge of your screen to show you the distance in the direction of the assistance that's needed. Friendly medic players are easier to identify in the world, and their kit icons become visible from further away, and the distance to them is visible as well. So this is again efforts from DICE to improve the performance when asking for help from teammates. This is all the same too as well when asking for ammo for support players. When it comes to what medics and supports will see with players who are low with health or ammo and haven't requested help, they'll see an icon on the world and on the mini map up to 18 meters away. This is the same distance where you can throw ammo or medic pouches, but Players who do request help, this visibility will be increased up to 40 meters away, so you definitely want to take advantage of requesting for assistance now. There's also more like this to vehicles. With vehicles requesting repairs, they'll be able to pick up friendly support players on the minimap with a blinking wrench icon. Just like with the ability to find health and ammo, you'll be shown the distance of a repair station on the screen's edge, and friendly support players are easier to identify in the world. And of course, for supports, you'll be able to see on your mini-map vehicles that are needed to be repaired up to 35 meters away. And again, if requested, that will be boosted up to 65 meters away. So a lot of work has been done in requesting assistance on the battlefield. So hopefully this makes it much easier to get assistance when needed. I'll be sure to post the full update notes down in the comments below. As much as it's nice to get Al Sundan out finally, this update was really, again, more towards quality of life and gameplay fixes, as they even have gone back to the Merida map on Breakthrough and moved the B objective on the second attacking section, since they noticed how difficult it was for attacking teams to move forward. So there's a lot of things like that that you'll find in the patch notes. But I just want to do a quick rundown on the things that stood out for me. I'm pretty excited to try out Al Sundan finally. It looks to have some pretty solid potential and could be a pretty epic map in my opinion. So far trying it out at the very start on game modes like Breakthrough has been pretty intense. So feel free to let me guys know how you guys have been enjoying it so far, and if you think this is going to be a pretty quality map on Battlefield 5. But that is it for you guys today. Again, I always appreciate you guys being here. I am Livin'. I'll catch you guys again later.